Hey everybody, I am Haley Gray and this is Myrtha Dubois, one of our amazing speakers for the WEN Summit. And we have Slider here who has been joining us and making his presence well felt in my office this morning. Yeah, you know, this is just such an amazing time for me because we have got 2 weeks until the summit. And it is going to be an amazing an amazing experience. We have got 18 speakers, multiple continents. It's a global audience. It's a global set of speakers, multicultural, just experience. And it's about helping people build their dream businesses. That's what all of this is about. Yeah. At the end of the day, if you're not building your dream, then this wasn't any fun for me. So we're doing, 18 speakers, but what's also really cool is that we're doing live networking. We are actually connecting people with each other. So if you want the opportunity to live connect with people, this is an amazing opportunity to connect with members of the Women's Entrepreneur Network. This is an amazing opportunity to meet people. It is, yes, guys, this is going to be one of my more salesy lives. And I want you to buy tickets like yesterday. Myrtha is one of our speakers. Tell them a little bit about what you'll be talking about and why.
Well, good morning, everyone. By the way, bonjour, bonjour. It's just an exciting moment for me because, listen, we are living in times that we didn't see coming, okay? And most of us, many of us have businesses outside our homes, which means that we're touching people, feeling people, hugging people, talking to people, building relationships, growing relationships. And so being in the house is a different side of our business. And a lot of us don't know how to handle that side of the business, which is why this summit is called Build It Online. It's your dream. You've had it. We're not taking away from it. We actually want to contribute to it. Build your dream business online. How do you do that? Where do you go? What questions do you have that needs to be answered? Even if you walk out with just one main thing, but it gets you to shift and grow, it's so worth it. 18 speakers, 3 full days, and we're talking under $50. Literally. Seriously. I mean, this is the VIP, which you are, right? And the people that are VIPs as well, $47. And so to come to an event such as this, again, 18 speakers touching on so many different areas of what we do, as well as so many different levels of the areas in which we do it. So it's huge.
And you get full access for $27. There's 2 levels of tickets. One is the VIP and one is the regular. And the full access is $27. It works out to be $1.50 a speaker.
Yeah.
And some people are probably scared that this is going to be a pitch fest.
Yeah. And I don't think it should be. But remember, there's a lot of training and courses that we do for free, right? We have a lot of lives, a lot of places that we go for free. And then the pitch comes after the fact, right? It is, this is what you want, but if you want more of it, this is what you get.
And this is not a pitch fest. This is, your opportunity to get to know more people.
Absolutely.
This is your opportunity for trainings, for workshops, for information. This is, a lot of people are like, is this going to be a pitch fest? Am I going to be pitched to you for 3 days?
Yeah.
No, because that's not how I run.
Yeah.
Yes, you can buy from the speakers. You're encouraged to buy from the speakers, but the idea here is not a pitch fest.
Just get the information and use it to your advantage, especially in the times like this. So for me, my topic is a big secret. We won't tell too many people. So shh. My topic is how to, get rid of all this chaos, right?
Mhm.
All this stuff that's happening in today's world is making you jittery, making you uncertain, making you, stuck
Crazy.
even, making you a little stuck, like, oh my gosh, do I do this? Do I go out? Do I stay in? Do I reach somebody? So this is just some steps that you can take to kind of calm you down.
Well, and one of the reasons that I wanted these types of topics to be involved, let me be clear, we're in the world of COVID right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd have to be living under a rock or as a hermit for it to have not affected your business somehow, some way, materially made a huge difference. And we are stressed like we have never been stressed before. We're financially stressed. We're time crunched. Some people's businesses are doing amazingly, amazingly well. And some people's businesses have completely died. Either way, there is a ton of stress involved. Either you have survivor guilt or you're just like enjoying it, or you have more clients to do than you know what to do with because you've successfully transitioned to the online. And there is still this element of stress. And I don't know about you, Myrtha, but stress is a nonstop constant for me.
Yeah.
And stress management is a thing. I mean, this morning I've spent literally an hour and a half on the phone dealing with social workers.
Yeah.
I mean, stress is a nonstop constant. And, it's what we do, it's just part of our lives. And how do you manage that and avoid, turning to alcohol or over medication or whatever, or numbing yourself? And that's part of why we're talking about that on the summit. A lot of people are like, well, what does that have to do with my business?
Yeah.
Everything.
It has everything to do with your business. You are the center of your business. If you fall apart, if you start to crack, then guess what happens? So does your business. So personal development is really about handling yourself in spite of what comes your way. Because as Haley mentioned, yes, there is stress. There is stress all around you. We have the COVID that is, stopping us from being connected as human beings. We want to be connected in a physical way, physical manner. And so this COVID is stopping us. We also have unemployment on the rise. So a lot of people are, okay, well, where do I get my next paycheck? Right? When they're so used to getting a paycheck. So that's a stress elevator. And then you have the injustice of the world, right? People are out there and doing harm to good people. And you're thinking, oh my goodness, do I go out? Do I stay in? So there's a lot of pressure in today's world. And if we continue to focus on what's out there, which is basically out there for a reason, and it's really surrounding us, if we continue to allow that to, get into us, then we need to know, we need to know how to challenge that, how to fight it, how to stand up against it. Because, truth be told, that's just on the surface, right? That's something that comes right there and then. But what about your other stress alerts, right? Stress activators. If you're married, you got children, you got
finances, medical insurance.
There's so many things happening in your personal world that stresses you out, in addition to what's happening around the world. So how do you handle yourself, and why you should handle yourself in a different way?
Right, and learning the skills and the techniques to manage the stress.
Yes,
is huge because I don't know about your neighborhood, but we have recycling that comes every 2 weeks here. And for months, and it is still the case, it sounds like the recycling trucks are driving down downtown Raleigh where they're picking up all of the bottles from the bars. You go down and, as the trucks are picking up our recycling, it's that, that glass, that, and, and they go from one house to the next, to the next, to the next with all of the beer and the wine bottles. And people have been shifting their consumption patterns and drinking heavily and, self-medicating And, stress is a huge deal right now. And for many of my friends, it was a huge shift to their business as they knew it. And some of them, it was an end to their business.
Yeah.
How do you manage that stress? How do you recover from that? How do you get to the point where you get past that shift, that pivot that needs to happen? Maybe you didn't pivot fast enough. Maybe you could have pivoted faster, whatever, things happen. We've all had our kids at school, go from being at school to being at home for months.
Yeah.
I mean, my younger daughter had to come home from college and do school online. My boys were at home doing school. And, you talk about potential stressors, and it's a huge deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And, for some families, you're throwing in money and financial worries and all of that. And, as your business is changing, are you building that dream business? Are you able to now, retrospectively go back and look at that and say, okay, so how do I pivot? How do I manage the stress? How do I take care of myself so that I can do this, so that I can grow my business? And that is the whole purpose of doing the summit.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you don't know how to make those shifts, those shift moves in the moment, right? Then who suffers and what suffers?
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
you hear all these bottles, right? And so if you are constantly drinking all day, all night, then there are moments, not just a moment, but moments where nothing's happening, nothing's being done. And if it is happening, then it's not happening to your best potential, your best self. So we need to find another something else that motivates you, something else that keeps you moving forward, despite what's happening. Yes, it's no problem to have a drink every now and then, hang out with friends, good food, but you don't want that to be your norm. You don't want that to become your norm.
Right. And the COVID-19, the COVID-15, the COVID-20, whatever you want to call it, that everybody's gained so much weight. It's become a thing for a lot of people, and that adds to the stress as well. I mean,
yes.
it's all there. It's all making stuff more stressful and more difficult for us to manage and to navigate. And that's why it's important to do this self-development where you're getting the support and the information, and you're with people just like you who are going through the exact same things. That's why we're putting these topics in the summit talking about business, is because if there isn't a you, there won't be a business.
There won't be a business. There won't be a business. So. And when we talk about relationships, if you're not there to improve upon yourself, you can't improve upon your relationships. And if you don't improve upon your relationships, then your business is not going to be improved upon either. So it is a downward spiral effect, and it doesn't end well. So we got to care for us. We got to care for self. That's number one. Is very important. So, people run, and then they don't take a second or a minute to breathe intentionally, or they don't take a minute to go and just, time out someplace else, or they don't take a minute to just sit down and have a good meal. They're eating on the run. So all these things can hurt you.
Absolutely.
And when you talk about business, that finances is the end game, right? So if you are constantly taking from that end game to care for you because you weren't taking care of yourself intentionally, then it defeats the purpose.
Well, and if you're not able to take care of yourself to take care of your business, then it drives your business down in a spiral too. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining me and getting me to do this today. I appreciate it, Myrtha.
No worries. Buy your ticket. Get in the group. Get in the action. Participate. Be part of the solution. Be part of the change that you want to see. And come connect. Come connect with us.
We're happy to have you. Thank you, guys.
I'm rolling out the red carpet.
Invitation. Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you soon.